I'm Quinny and I'm a first-year master's student at UNT.
I'm Kate. I'm also a first-year master's student at UNT, and I'm also a certified swim instructor and competitive swimmer for many years.
We have developed an intervention to reduce fear and anxiety and fear of drowning in novice swimmers.
Our intervention was adopted from a case study conducted by Stillwell in 2011, and this study uses a systematic desensitization approach, which is a form of exposure therapy.
Our intervention has 4 phases. The first phase is relaxation training, the second phase is gradual water entry, the third phase is water submersion, and the fourth phase is backflow.
Between each step of the intervention phase, we will be assessing the anxiety on a 1 to 5 scale of the participant, 1 and 2 being lower, 3, 4, and 5 being moderate to high levels of anxiety.
An example of this will be shown later in the video as we demonstrate in intervention phase 2. Hello, welcome to our phase 1 of the intervention. Our phase 1 includes relaxation training through breathing exercises. These exercises involve both depth and rate of breathing.
To begin our intervention phase 2, they will begin a gradual water entry. The first step will be looking at the pool from a distance. The second step will be walking up to the pool. The third step will be to touch the water. After making contact with the water, the next step will be waiting on the first step. They will then be asked,
What is your anxiety level on a scale of 1 to 5?
Like a 4.
Because our participant indicated that she felt like she was a 4 on her anxiety scale, she will not progress to the next step. We will ask her again later how she feels 1 to 5, and then if she reports a lower number such as a 1 or 2, then she's able to progress to the next step in the intervention.
after some time of repeating the first step, we then again ask,
How are you feeling of anxiety on a 1 to 5 scale?
I'll say a 2.
You may now progress to the next step.
after the participant records an anxiety level of 1 or 2, she will move to the last step of the gradual water entry phase. She will then stand in shallow end with hands on the wall. After each participant completes intervention phase 2, they will all move on to intervention phase 3, submersion in water.
The first step of submersion in water would be standing with their hands off the wall. The next step would be to submerge to their shoulders. The next step would be to submerge to their chin. The fourth step would be to submerge past the mouth and nose. The next step would be to submerge past the eyes. And the final step would be a full submersion. Intervention phase 4 involves a back float. The first step of intervention phase 4 would be a back float with assistance. The participant will begin by putting their weight of their shoulders into the instructor's arms. The second step will be to put themselves fully in the instructor's arms in a back float. The next step will be to float, supported by a flotation device. Our participant is wearing an aqua jogger. The next step will be to begin floating without assistance. The participant will start fully in the instructor's arms. The instructor will fully assist here. The goal of this phase is to remove assistance for short periods of time and then slowly increase the time that the individual is able to float unassisted. Throughout this intervention, we hope to see a reduction in fear of drowning and anxiety amongst our participants.